I'm Igor Manceau and I'm creative director on Steep.
So, what kind of prompted development on Steep? Obviously, there have been a lot of extreme sports games over the years. Why did you decide now to create a brand new one?
So various bunch of things. First thing, we love mountains. We live in the mountains. Annecy is like 30 kilometers away from Mont Blanc. Most of the team members actually do practice such activities. Second thing is we got a chance to get an early look at African wildlands a few years ago now. And what was really promising was the ability for us to create super vast open world with a fantastic vista on the mountain, but also the fact that at close distance, like around you, 50 meters around you, you could get a strong granularity of terrain that could be promising if you were riding it actually, because it's going to be variety for you to ride. So it was a second element. We probably got the tools to make something cool about it. And the third thing is we thought that there was a huge trend now on YouTube of people actually sharing what they do in the mountains. And we think it was time to come back with something fresh and new. So that's Steep, basically.
How challenging was it to create such a huge area with the Alps?
So it's one of the biggest challenges, to be quite honest, with the game. It's really challenging because it's a huge area first, and also you don't see steepness that much in video games, and it comes with many technical difficulties, such as lighting, for instance. Yeah. Lighting is a nightmare because, of course, big stuff means shadow zones and so on. Yeah, that's the biggest challenge, definitely.
Is it all kind of topographically and geographically accurate as well? Have you used like satellite images or something? Or?
No, we thought of that. We thought of using GPS data, but that's not the path we followed. The reason why is because in real mountain, not everything is something you can ride and have fun in, and we wanted to maximize the gameplay zone. So it's inspired by the real mountains, but it's really interpreted, and even the way things are placed together doesn't fit the correct geography. It's not because we are illiterate, it's just because it's a choice. Yeah. And we wanted to bring things that we liked in the mountains, and we chose region that we thought will create variety within the game experience, being super steepy, rocky, Aiguille du Mont Blanc, Mont Blanc, which is at the top, more peaceful, but then it gets more tough at some point. The Matterhorn is, of course, very icy, very steepy zone in the game. And then when you get down, you've got more forest, villages to ride within, and you can see the end the end of the man, with snow parks and so on.
You've got skiing, snowboarding, wingsuiting and paragliding in the game. Can you tell us a bit about the different types of races and events you can partake in on each of those disciplines?
So as you mentioned, we've got various sports. You can switch anytime you want. So basically you can really fly and then land and then move on skiing. Within the game world, besides the varieties that I mentioned, the game will be kind of populated by challenges. What's really important to get in mind is the fact that, for instance, a race will be totally different depending on where it is based. So you've got a race on top of the Mont Blanc, it's going to be going as fast as possible without any risk, because even if it's high, it's kind of a dome over there. But if you get a race in the Aiguille, it can be very steepy and dangerous, and that's it. And then you can imagine a race in the forest where it's all about avoiding trees. So you're gonna have that kind of content. So races, tactical races is more, you've got two spots and you've got to reach the other one. And part of the game is really to find the best line to actually reach and then execute it correctly. You're going to have freestyle challenges, being just on one jump or on a sequence of riding. You're going to have, within that freestyle, you're going to have snow parks or ultra natural. You may have seen it in the game, which is many platforms to jump over. Tons of content. You're going to have free ride content. So free ride, we actually evaluate the player on many axes, being the risk it takes, the style he has when he freestyle, and also the opportunities he actually takes using the terrain features on the floor. So So yeah, we've got many content, and I'm just talking about ski. We've got pretty much the same philosophy for wingsuit and paraglide, except we don't have freestyle element for sure.
And you'll be adding Alaska in a free update post-launch, right? How is that going to be different from the Alps? What are you bringing that's different with that Alaska update?
It's going to be wildest. I mean, Alaska, the Alps is a huge and big mountain, but it's less wild for sure than Alaska. So Alaska will be wilder. It's going to be steep for sure.
And one last thing: which of the 4 different disciplines is your personal favourite in steep?
What I like in steep is the fact that I can switch from one to the other one.
Right.
What I like, my personal story is me flying over Igor and taking benefits of lift up. You know, you've got lift up that keep you in the air, and then landing on a peak, and then moving on ski. That's what I like.
Yeah.
So it's tough for me to say which one I prefer. I would say that's that moment that I
All
think is
4
really
together
cool.
in a combo.
Steep is coming this year in December, and it's coming on Xbox One, PC, and PS4.